So here is a 2.5 millimeter rotor. We're going to be throwing these on a lot of the QS motors. If you're pushing an 8K motor, you're going to have a controller that can push all the power that you want into that motor. This front end is basically DAT coming out and saying, let's put the craziest front fork that we can find and make it compatible with the ONYX.
I love it. It's beautiful. How are you, Alvin? So nice to see you. Thank you.
All right. So
yeah, this is the part that I'm most excited about.
Front end is creating a lot of talk. We actually took off the master cylinder today just so we can put a different master cylinder in here. This is the brake line. We are currently looking to put the Brembo Master in the front. So what is this, right?
Yes.
This front end is basically DAT coming out and saying, let's put the craziest front fork that we can find and make it compatible with the ONYX, right? Because we are known to be the third party for ONYX. We wanted to show people what DAT is capable of, so this front end is exactly that, right? So we have a dual 300 millimeter front rotor system that is actually 3 millimeters thick, and we are running two 4-piston Brembo brakes in the front. So this, obviously, we needed a custom front wheel, rim, hubs, and also obviously the fork itself. So we got these triple trees custom made by Cognito Moto, and now we are actually going through and developing our own front fork system based off of the Honda setups. So currently we have these in the works. We do have our own custom triple trees coming as well, working with our partners, and yeah, we're excited to show you what we have. We will get a lot in depth with these forks once we have them, you know, custom made and when we have our first units out. But we are working on some custom triple trees that will fit directly into your ONYX RCR. And price point, right? So many people talk about price point, and that is what we're listening to. We want to offer 3 different price points for you guys depending on what your needs are, right? So the DAT front ONYX forks will be offered in 3 different tiers. The first will be the basic package, right? All 3 of them, though, will come as complete sets, right? All 3 of them will offer with the stem, triple tree, and the fork itself. That's gonna be sub $1,000, right? So that's a huge deal for some people. If you're doing daily riding and, you know, performance is really not something that you really need, you know, this is still a major upgrade for your ONYX. So this is the basic version, and then you'll go into an enhanced version, which will build out for you to fit your weight. So let's say you are 175 pounds or 190 pounds, we can put the, oh, for you? I was like, wait, cut! I was like, what did I say? So for those that want a specific weight, we can change out the fork oils for you just so it can fit your needs, just so you know you're not bottoming out all the time. That is a huge issue that a lot of ONYX riders are experiencing due to the fact that now we have better batteries, better controllers. Now when we hit that front brake, where's all that power going, right? Right back into your front fork. So if you don't have a front fork that is capable of really stopping you, a lot of people are going over the handlebars, right? So now with a fully functional motorcycle setup, you are more capable of going higher speeds, right? When we're talking about the frame and capabilities of your bike, the front fork is definitely one of those things that you should be looking at. So enhanced will be the second tier. That would be a little bit over 1,000, but not so far off where it's completely different from basic. And then the third option will be the most premium option, where you can now put in different suspension shocks and coils within the build, so then you can kind of customize it between your weight, also having some of the best and most sought after suspension out there, Öhlins. So Öhlins suspension is one of the highest rated rebounding suspension that a lot of people use, especially professionals and stuff like that. So if that's something that you want to look into, that is going to be the priciest version of the three, but you have to know that it is a complete rebuild, so you're basically getting a custom fork with that third package.
Nice, very nice. You're setting the standard right there. I see gold.
Listen,
that's a gold standard.
Standards are meant to go beyond, right? So once we have the standard set, and that's what DAT does most, we set goals that we want to meet, and then once we have those goals, we set standards in meeting those goals, right? So obviously these bikes, the scene of electric bikes or quote-unquote electric bikes are falling under motorcycle controversy, as you can say. So the problem with that is so little people know what these things really are. So once we have the chat going and once we have the performance specs out there, it's kind of hard to describe these things as actual electric bikes, right? Because the first thing you think is pedal assist, deliveries and stuff like that. But once we're building, truly one-of-a-kind electric motorbikes, we would like to tell our clients that you have the ability, and we would recommend registering your bike. But obviously, with the gray area that's still here in New York City and a lot of other states, we can kind of get away with it. But as a shop owner and somebody that goes beyond the standard, as so my videographer there too.
Let me just pan and give
that's Tyree. So he does all of the videos that you see online. DAT Shop NYC, DAT Media Group, DAT Media Prod, and DAT Shop Moto Group. All of those groups, all of the videos, Tyree. And listen, Mr. E's joining the party as well. So very excited to push out new content for you guys as well. Like I said before, we want to give the option to register these things if you want to basically keep yourself as far away from getting in trouble as possible. So that's basically it. This is what DAT does. We go beyond the standards. Guys, thank you for coming with Mr. E into DAT or DAT Shop NYC. Love to see you guys here in person. So if you guys need anything, please reach out to us. It's DAT Shop NYC, DAT Shop NYC.com. So these are going to go in the rear of any QS motor. Just going to have an adapter on it, and then we're going to lace these back up onto the ONYX, because a lot of guys, they want to run a lot of power, but regenerative braking shoots power back into the motor, making it a little bit hotter. So you don't want any more heat into your motor. You can run a really good rear brake, so you don't need regenerative braking.
All right, wait. You pull that out. Right. Give me a little idea about the thickness. How many millimeters is it?
So here is a 2.5 millimeter rotor. So this is a screw brake, or you can utilize it for motorcycle tires, motorcycle brakes. We're going to be throwing these on a lot of the QS motors due to the fact that we do have only rotors that will fit on bicycle brakes. So once we put adapters into there and we're going speeds with controllers and custom batteries, we can run better brakes so that you don't have to use regenerative braking when you are stopping.
Jesus. We're getting spoiled here at DAT Shop NYC.